The Cleveland Baseball Club is expected to make a huge announcement today that the team will no longer go by the Indians. What was your reaction when you saw the news last night?
Well, I wasn't surprised. This has been something that's been talked about for a while. It's been rumored to happen. Guys, I don't think it's going to happen this year. I think much like the Washington football team, the Indians will drop their nickname, but they'll wait a year to decide what the new nickname will be. I'm sure there are a lot of opinions here in Cleveland as what it should be.
There's so much that goes into a name change. You got spring training around the corner. You've got business, marketing, advertising, merchandise. There's so many things that would have to be stopped on a dime, assembly-wise, creation-wise, for this to happen. But the one interesting note about this, fellas, and you may not realize this because there's been so much attention in and around the Washington football team, the Atlanta Braves, who have dealt with this forever, the Chicago Blackhawks, all these sorts of teams. With the Cleveland Indians, there is an aspect of this has been a big story that's been percolating there for a long, long time. When you see protests out in front of the Washington football team, that's something the media covers extensively. You can't get away from it. But this has been something that every opening day in Cleveland, there have been protesters outside of the stadium for a long, long time. And I will tell you, from people that have been there and have watched the interaction between Native American groups and some fans are viscerally opposed to this move, and you see it all the time on opening day. There's a lot of culture, history, whatever you want to call it, on both sides of this issue. But the Indians, who have not won the World Series since 1948, soon enough apparently will not be known as the Cleveland Indians. There's a historical aspect for the word spiders. That's very big. That's perhaps an early indication of what it might be. But we'll see when the fans weigh in with both the Washington football team and the Cleveland Indians. Again, other franchises that have been pressured, like the Blackhawks in the National Hockey League, and the Atlanta Braves, particularly in baseball, still unmoved. They are going to be
Zubin?
Status quo. Go ahead, Jay.
All I was going to say is I think it's really important that you have to include the fans for situations like this. I've been talking to Jason Wright about this, who is the president of the Washington football team. They're trying to do the same thing. I think crowdsourcing is the correct way to go about doing this so the fans feel like they have a say in what represents their town and their city.
No question. Give them a little bit of ownership. Make them feel like they're a part of it. After all, if those fans, back in the old days when fans were coming into games, if those fans weren't coming through those turnstiles or watching on TV, the team wouldn't nearly be as successful as it is. So even though they are just fans, quote-unquote just fans, they have been in some ways as integral and as instrumental to the success of the Cleveland Indians or any team you want to talk about. So you're right. Them having that say could go a long way. But Spiders is out there. That's an early indication about what it might be, paying homage to an old-school iteration of the Indians.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus right now.